Redline logbook here for Wistoria chapter 28. And we start off where we left off with Will saving Thawne. And both Thawne and Clennette then ask, is that you, Will? Because he's covered in white lightning and he's got white hair. It's a whole new look. Will doesn't answer them. All he does is just swing his sword and knock the Devon all across the school. And the only reason it doesn't crash into the main building connected to the tower is because the principal puts up a water shield and carefully just stops the monster right before it crashes into the main building. Now the Devon is there. One of the teachers then recommends to the principal that they should evacuate the building, but she says no because what she sees coming is Will. And so the final battle commences. And the clashing of swords between Will and the Devon is massive. It literally causes explosions that rock the area. Liana's group can see it all the way across town where they were fighting. And so Yagner and Liana immediately just take off towards it to go after Will. Of course, Julius is pissed off, but he also goes. Professor Edward also realizes it's Will who's fighting. He can't see it because he's across the town as well, but he's the only person who could possibly go against that thing head on. And so Edward actually also starts to rush towards the fight. As for the Majawanda, the fight is also being broadcast to them, so they're all witnessing Will fight the Devon by himself, sword on sword. On his way to go see if Will really is the one fighting, Edward runs into Sarah, and obviously he's happy that she's alive because last time he saw her, she was being knocked out of the sky by the Devon. The two are now close enough to see the fight, and Sarah's only question to Edward is, what the hell is that kid? Back at the courtyard with the Will and Devon fight, all the other students are there and they're now witnessing the fight, and at first they try to go to help, but then another student points out magic doesn't work on it, and if we did start blasting spells, the only person who would actually receive any damage would be Will, so he'd just be getting in his way. There's nothing we can do. And they all start to get more and more upset because they start pointing out that they spent their entire time making fun of him, insulting him, treating Will like garbage. And right now he's fighting for them, and yet there's nothing they can do for him. That just seems wrong. It seems like they're just selfishly wanting to help, but at the same time can't. And so they all start to ask themselves, what can we do? What can we do for Will to help him at this moment? And that's when Thawne does the one thing that any of them can do. He runs up and cheers for Will. And after that, Clennette, Yagner, Liana, and Julius join in the cheering. At first, the rest of the kids are surprised at what is happening, but then they kind of feel disgusted with themselves because literally all they can do is just cheer for Will, who is currently risking his life for theirs, even after everything they've done to him. But still, they all finally make the decision to then cheer on Will. And this cheering then continues on to the rest of the city, where literally everyone in the city is just cheering on this boy, who is their last hope. While Will is currently in combat with the Devon, he then thinks to himself, I have been made fun of, I have been mistreated, I even hate this world. But deep down in the end, I've always wanted to be acknowledged, I always wanted to be cared about, I always wanted to basically be a part of this world. And as he hears these people cheering for him, he's really happy. Even if this only lasts for this one moment in time, that these people go back to shunning him, hating him, the fact that he was acknowledged at least once means something to him. His effort, his courage, everything meant something in the end. And most of all, Will honestly wishes to protect the world. And with the final swing of his sword, the Devon blocks it, and Will's sword shatters. And the last person to look down is Elfie, who clearly is about to do something. But the problem is that sword, the mage killer, has to go first, which means Will's role isn't over yet. Even if he only has half a sword, he has to destroy the mage killer. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe, give a thumbs up, so you can enjoy more Wistoria and other anime things. Thank you, and have a great day.